Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Midweek Minutes. This past Sunday, the title of our message was Action Figures. And Pastor Mike continued in the book of Philippians, and our passage was Philippians chapter 2, verses 12 and 13. Let me read it for you. It says, "Dearest friends, you were always careful to follow my instructions when I was with you. And now that I'm away, you must be even more careful to put into action God's saving work in your lives, obeying God with deep reverence and fear. For God is working in you, giving you the desire to obey Him and the power to do what pleases Him." Action figures. I remember years ago, the little toy soldiers could occupy my time for hours. And my favorite toy soldier was the one with the bazooka, the big guns. But even though I had fun with the toy soldiers, after a while, I needed to get outside and move around and take action. See, we're wired to be able to do what God has created us to do. On Sunday, we had 3 points, and they all began with God places us in position to grow, to act, and to desire. Now, I think back on another action figure that I had growing up. I don't know if you remember this one. This was the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. And so this was a little bit more interactive than the toy soldier, because with the Kung Fu grip, you could place your G.I. Joe action figure in different scenes as he grabbed onto things. But the cool thing about the G.I. Joe action figure with the Kung Fu grip, as much as it was able to grab onto things, it could easily release from things. So you could go from different scenes. Now, the Apostle Paul says to obey God with deep fear and reverence. And that's something we have to hold on to, like the G.I. Joe with Kung Fu grip. But there's certain things we have to let go, even good things. We have to release ourselves from being bound to old ways of thinking or things that have run their course. You see, God places us in position to grow so that we're able to take action. He places us in position to act. And how? By obeying His commands. And He places us in position to desire to do what pleases Him. So I encourage you, don't just be a still shot. Allow your portfolio to be a motion picture that God can open and one day be able to say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." So don't just be still and frozen in time from the minute you got saved. I encourage you to rise up from the ashes of your former life and take action and be a figure that brings God glory and honor. Thank you for joining me for another edition of Midweek Minutes, and I hope to see you again next week. Bye for now.